सो फ्रेंड्स, आज हम आपके साथ जेई एडवांस लेवल मैथमेटिक्स प्रॉब्लम डिस्कस करेंगे। ये प्रॉब्लम 2025 के एडवांस पेपर 1 में पूछी गई है और ये चैप्टर प्रोबेबिलिटी से है। सो लेट अस गेट डाउन टू द प्रॉब्लम। इस प्रॉब्लम में आपको करेक्ट आंसर पे +3 होंगे एंड इनकरेक्ट आंसर पे -1 होगा। Let us understand the problem. The problem says 3 students S1, S2 and S3 are given a problem to solve. Consider the following events. What are the events? Let's understand the events. Event U, at least one of S1, S2 and S3 can solve the problem. Just visualize what he is trying to say. This means we want probability of S1 union S2 union S3. Let's understand event B. S1 can solve the problem given that neither S2 nor S3 can solve the problem. Now here you have to understand the underlying concept. When there is an either or, it would be S2 union S3. Whenever there is a neither nor, it will be S2 union S3 bar. Okay, so let's go to problem number 3. That is event 3 is W. S2 can solve the problem and S3 cannot solve the problem. You see here, S2 can solve the problem and means it is intersection. S3 cannot solve means S3 bar. So P of S2 intersection S3 bar. That is the problem visualization. And the last, there is an event T, S3 can solve the problem. Finally, we have been given the value of PU, PV as 1/10, PW as 1/12. Then PT is equal to, we have been asked about event T. That means P of S3 has been asked in this problem. Let us further go into the mathematical aspects. Now, if you see, in the very first event P of U, as I told you, it would be P of S1 union S2 union S3, which is given as 1/2. P of V is equal to P of S1 slash S2 union S3 bar. Do you see here? Given that, since given that it is a conditional probability. So we have to understand this aspect, which is given as 1/10. And then P of W is P bracket S2 intersection S3 bar, which is given as 1/12. S3 bar because it is clearly given as that S3 cannot solve the problem, right? So let's move to the next. Here, students, you need to understand one thing, that because each student is solving their problem, so we can say S1, S2, S3 are independent events. Okay, so what are we getting here? We are getting as, let us understand that P of S1 individually when they are solving, let's say PS1 is A and PS2 is B. Similarly, PS3 is C. Just to make things simpler, let us understand in the very first thing what all we have been given. So if we see, the very first thing that we have been given is P S1 union S2 union S3 as 1/2. Okay. Further, if you see P of S2 into P bracket S3 bar is 1/12, which means B into 1 minus C is 1/12. In the next, if you see P, the conditional event S1 intersection S2 union S3 bar slash S2 union S3 bar can be written as like this: P S1 union S2 bar. Here it will be intersection S1 intersection S2 bar intersection S3 bar slash S2 bar intersection S3 bar. Now, if you solve it further, you will get P of S1, PS2 bar, PS3 bar divided by PS2 bar, PS3 bar. You will notice here, you can cancel PS2 bar and PS2 bar, PS3 bar with PS3 bar. So what we are left with? PS1 as 1 by 10. Now that means A की value हमारी कितनी आ गई? 1 by 10. Now once again, let us understand PS1 union S2 union S3 is already given as 1 by 2. That means if I want the bar PS1 union S2 union S3 bar, what would I get? It has to be 1 minus PS1 union S2 union S3. So let's put the value 1 minus 1 by 2, we'll get 1 by 2. That means PS1 bar intersection S2 bar intersection S3 bar bracket closed equal to 1 by 2. Now use the property of independent events. PS1 bar dot PS2 bar dot PS3 bar equal to 1 by 2. Let's put the values. 1 minus A, 1 minus B, 1 minus C equal to 1 by 2. Again, let's put the value of A. What will get? 1 minus 1 by 10 will get 9 by 10. 1 minus B into 1 minus C as 1 by 2. Let's get 1 minus B, 1 minus C as 10 upon 9 into 2, which will be 5 by 9. Already we have another expression. B into 1 minus C equal to 1 by 12, which was there expression 1. So we are left with 1 by B, which is equal to 1 plus 20 by 3. So you will see 1 by B की value कितनी आ गई? 23 by 3, which means B is equal to 3 upon 23. Also, we knew B into 1 minus C equal to 1 by 12. So let us put B की value इधर रख दो. B की value, once you put the value of B, you will get 1 minus C equal to 1 upon 12B, and then put the value 23 by 3 here. So you will get 23 by 36. So we get 1 minus C equal to 23 by 36, which means C is equal to 1 minus 23 by 36. So what are we getting? We will get C as 13 upon 36, which means P as 3 is 13 upon 36. Hence, your correct answer is A. So I'm sure you must have understood the underlying concept of this particular problem. This problem was from chapter probability. Here we have used the basic principle of independent events. Thank you.